Hello and welcome to DD India. We are reporting from the Air Force Base Yelahanka, which is the venue for Aero India 2021, and this is the day 2. Day 2 is also power packed because we saw the MP from South Bangalore, Mr. Tejasvi Surya. He flew on board the LCA Tejas aircraft. There was the second day of the Air Force Chiefs conferences from different nations, and the Defence Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, he hosted the Indian Ocean region countries' defence ministers and industry ministers, foreign ministers, other representatives for talks on security in the Indian Ocean region and India's growing role in this region.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are honoured this morning by the gracious presence of the Honourable Defence Minister of India, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji. I now request our Honourable Defence Minister of India, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, to please formally release the book.
I want to convey my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for attending this conclave. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, this conclave is an initiative to promote dialogue in an institutional and cooperative environment that can foster the development of peace, stability and prosperity in the Indian Ocean region. India being the largest country and having a vast coastline of approximately 7,500 kilometers in the IOR region, has to play an active role for peaceful and prosperous coexistence of all IOR countries. Excellency, we all have a shared asset, that is the Indian Ocean. It is an important lifeline of international trade and transport, as it commands control of major sea lanes carrying half of the world's container ships, 1/3 of the world's bulk cargo traffic, and 2/3 of the world's oil shipments. As Indian Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi articulated in 2015, Sagar, security and growth for all the region, is the theme of our Indian Ocean policy. And this outlook towards the Indian Ocean region emanates from the ingrained element of our civilizational basic ethos, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means that the entire world is a family. Therefore, IOR conclave should focus on security, commerce, connectivity, and fight against terrorism and intercultural exchanges among participating countries. Friends, the aerospace and defense sector in India has come a long way. Its private and public sector industry in this sector are at the forefront of developing state-of-the-art technologies. The recent order from the Indian Air Force of 83 advanced light helicopters Mark 1A to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited is a milestone in our manage for developing indigenous defense manufacturing capability. Partner countries by providing Indian-made ships, maritime aircraft, and setting up a coastal surveillance radar system. In the recent COVID-19 pandemic times, Operational Sagar first saw us reaching out to our neighbors Mauritius, Maldives, Madagascar, Seychelles and Comoros and assist them with medical teams, medicines such as hydroxychloroquine and remdesivir and paracetamol tablets, as well as diagnostic kits, ventilators, masks, gloves and other medical supplies. Presently, the Government of India has been receiving requests from IOR countries and neighboring countries for the supply of India-manufactured vaccines. In keeping with India's stated commitment to use India's vaccine production and delivery capacity to help all the humanity fight the COVID pandemic, supplies under grant assistance to Bhutan, Maldives, Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar, and Seychelles have already begun. Ladies and gentlemen, India's approach and vision to take global challenges has been highlighted by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in his dynamic 5-year vision, which comprises of Samman means respect, Sambhav means dialogue, Sahyog means cooperation, Shanti means peace, and Samriddhi means prosperity.
The Bangalore skies are roaring with thunder with the metal birds here at the Yelahanka Air Force Station. But the maximum applauses that any jet that gets here are the team of the Surya Kirans here at the Yelahanka Air Force Station. The Surya Kiran team, which is the elite team of the Indian Air Force, the aerobatic team, which captures hearts of millions of people to whichever aero show it goes, wherever it performs. And here also performing at the Yelahanka Air Force Station, the team has already captured hearts of the people watching them. But this time it was a special performance, because this was an integrated, world's first integrated aerobatic performance in the skies, and this is the Surya Kirans with the Sarang helicopters. And this perhaps looks very interesting and easy to sit and watch, but it is definitely a challenging task when they perform in the skies. To talk more about their performances, I have with me some of the members of the team. I have the commanding officer Anup Singh, Anjali Rai, the commentator, who was giving a very interesting commentary from the commentary box, and Wing Commander Ajay Dasharathi. Let me start with you, Mr. Anup Singh. Sir, tell us the fact that this is the first integrated display of the aerobatic team. How challenging was this, to perform something new? You have helicopters alongside, otherwise you were just free flying.
Yes, when it comes to having integrated display between different types of aircraft, it's doable, it has been done. But when it comes to a full-fledged display team of fixed-wing aircraft, along with a full display team of rotary wing, the helicopter Sarang team, having an integrated display wherein the speeds are very different, but yet you're flying very close to each other and carrying out planned maneuvers at the exact time, it was challenging. And we had to, that's where good planning came in, very detailed planning came into it, not just to ensure that the display looks good, and despite our close distances, also to ensure that it remains safe. So it involved a lot of planning and a lot of training, and finally good discipline and professionalism from both teams.
So what were the formations that you prepared with the joint display that you were planning, the Sarang and your team? What was exactly the formations that you planned?
So both teams flew their own individual formations that they fly. For instance, the entry Sarang does in a formation called the wine glass. We typically, for a vertical display wherein we do an entry loop, we come in a formation called the arrow. However, today due to clouds we could not carry out the entry loop, so we came in a formation called the diamond, wherein all 9 aircraft are closer together. And the various formations that both teams flew were a part of the formations that they generally fly already. However, integrating it with each other and ensuring that the timing matches was the challenge which we were able to achieve.
Right. And we have Anjali Rai also, who was giving a very captivating commentary from the box. Anjali, what was interesting this time? You must have commented on these performances earlier also. Now this being the integrated performance, what was different, and how did you prepare for this?
Normally when I do commentary for the team, it's generally done just for like Surya Kiran team. However, this time while I was doing commentary along with the Sarang commentator, which is Conlida Arpita Mukherjee. So we both were going by our visuals, meaning when she was seeing okay that the Sarangs are closer, she's covering them. When I see okay Surya Kiran team is approaching in a formation, then I am doing it. So it's more by what we can see through the commentary box, and we were complementing each other through the words. Okay. So it's a mesh of both the teams' commentaries.
Okay. Very interesting. Your number 9, and you were flying at the number 9 position. And when you formed the heart, it really, it was very breathtaking and also captured many hearts. So tell me about that formation. When you form the heart, how easy or how challenging is it for you? Because for us, it looks very beautiful, very romantic on the sky.
It is a challenging maneuver to do, and it's definitely the favorite of I would say 95% of the crowd which is watching. It is a maneuver which requires practice, because both the team members, that is 8 and 9, which is the synchro pair, we execute the maneuver, and we need to actually literally be in each other's cockpits and aware of each other's maneuvering to execute it perfectly.
Right. Now the Valentine's Day is still far away, but still, do you think, because this time it is COVID and there are restrictions, not many people will be coming to the air display area. But it's a hybrid aero show. How do you see, would you be missing those claps, those, people cheering you?
We definitely would miss the crowd on the ground, but I think in this situation it's more important to stay safe, be home, and get over with this pandemic first. And then we can watch the safety of your homes on the virtual network.
Right. And so Anup Singh, the fact that as we were talking, pandemic is one. Was there any thing that was running across your mind when you thought of some restrictions, limitations, and going by the past performances? Was there anything that worried you?
Well, worried as far as our team's role is concerned, it is to motivate the youth of the country to join the Air Force. And as well as to showcase the capability of the Air Force. So that way, like you were covering with the Wing Commander Dasrathy, not having the crowd on the ground, it is a downside. However, we have to get over the pandemic. And nowadays with the virtual presence across the world and over the various kinds of coverage that happens, it's okay. I think that's the right way to go. I would in this particular condition without the vaccinations, I would rather not have massive crowds thronging the audience over there.
And also, you are the star of attraction for all the pilots who come here, the metal birds. So, which are the aircraft you watch for here when you look at these fighter aircraft when they fly in the sky?
Well, right now, just like everybody else, the Rafale is good, but then again, the displays by both Su-30 as well as Tejas are very captivating, and also the various indigenous aircraft manufactured by HAL.
Right. So, which aircraft do you like to, do your commentary on if it was flying, other than Surya Kiran team?
Okay, now that you said other than Surya Kiran team, right now I'm enjoying the combined display of Surya Kiran and Sarang.
Okay.
But yes, the other two aircraft which are doing a display, their commentary is definitely very dynamic and interesting to do, both for Tejas and Sukhoi.
Right. So, which cockpit would you like to try at this airbase?
If I had a chance, I would like to see the LCH display, or probably be a part of the LCH display.
Okay. So, in the next 2 days, are you going to be performing the same formation?
We will be performing similar maneuvers. It will be an integrated display through Aero India 2021, and we would be looking forward to doing more integrated displays in the future.
Thank you very much for talking to us. And there is the LCH like you just wished for. So these are the members of the Surya Kiran team who performed and who lit the sky bright at Yelahanka Air Force Station, and they will be watched by millions of people since this aero show is hybrid, and those missing them watching from the Yelahanka Air Force Station can watch online and cheer them, and also definitely as they throw their hearts in the sky, you can wish them luck when they get into the sky and form the different formations. With cameraman Partha Sarthi, Aisha Khanam, DD India, Bangalore. I have the test pilot with me, Harshvardhan Thakur, who will explain to us and take us through the combat A-team systems. And let's get into the cockpit with the test pilot, Group Captain Thakur. Very interesting technology on display here, and HAL has been in focus with the Atmanirbhar theme. So how do you think this, how do you explain this technology? How does this combat A-team system work?
All right, so we started work on this technology, and in fact on this nomenclature, we've been working for more than 2 years. We've done a lot of work to bring a lot of technologies together to come out and unveil this concept to the entire package to the world for the first time. The physical birds are at a stage of development where we are ready to show it to the world. Teaming is the main thing. This is how infantry soldiers fight a war. This is how our ships fight wars. This is how our fighter aircraft fight wars. But everywhere we expose our soldiers and pilots and sailors to the wrath of combat.
Right.
That's not ideal, because in the world where drones are fighting with each other, we need to up the ante within our country And this is exactly what this concept is. So we leapfrog from a manned mission into an autonomous mission where there is no pilot getting into an area of very high risk or extreme risk, shall we call
If you were
it.
to explain with this model, now how do you explain to a common man? I mean, as a pilot who is on a mission, how does these systems work with you?
So the concept is manned-unmanned teaming. The man has the latest information and can override systems based on the data available to him. The unmanned systems are three of them: CATS Warrior, CATS Hunter, and CATS Alpha. Three big assets. Now, what are these assets? CATS Warrior is a full-fledged UCAV which has got a brain of its own, which has been trained through artificial intelligence. Something that we have been working on for a long time. It's a stealth bird, so it has got very low RCS. The radars of the enemy cannot pick it up easily. It's got a lot of features which make it hide against surveillance radars. So you see the weapons are on the inside, the intake is on top, it is hidden, it's got a serpentine intake, the engines at the back are hidden, the shape is such that it is, and the aircraft frame is made fully composite, everything is hidden, the sensors are all on the inside and conformal. So that makes it a very stealthy bird, very difficult to catch, and from his side he finds it at an advantage to do a combat against an enemy.
Okay. Now, what is the range, that these mechanisms will work with that mission pilot?
Like I said earlier, the specific ranges are presently classified, but if you want to enhance the combat radius of a Tejas to 2 times or 2.5 times, these are the assets that it needs to carry. So we are talking of that level of leapfrogging and jumping from the present day's technology. Yeah. So manned aircraft is replaced by unmanned warriors. The probability of success of an air-to-air mission and an air-to-ground mission increases by many folds because we can use many of these birds in place of one man. The birds can strike with their bombs, with their missiles, or go and do a suicidal strike also at a very long range. So the mission success at the edges of or across continents is also possible when you use unmanned assets. These are high-speed assets, difficult to detect on radars, and they have a very long range. So here we are. This is unmanned world, and this is teaming with the manned world.
So this team can be teamed with other fighter aircrafts as well, and how does that happen? Does the configurations change once this happens, or the cockpit commands are different?
So the combat A-team system is a portable system. It is meant to be transported to Su-30s, Jaguars, eventually Rafales, Mirage 2000 for sure. Tejas is our aircraft where we have control over each and every little molecule in the Tejas. Therefore, Tejas is our choice for integration presently. And this is where our work has started, and I think you will see many more aircraft getting integrated.
What stage is this right now? As a test pilot, how do you look at this development?
The development started a long time back. So all the back work has been for AI, for sensors, for weapons. If you read the news 2 weeks back, we recently fired this glide bomb, and we reached a range which is significant. We reached an impact which was perfect. Likewise, we've been doing a lot of back work on our engines. So we have smaller engines which we work on, which are good for UCAVs. So we've enhanced the engine life, put a FADEC on it, put more thrust on it. And if you see from the nose to the tip of the aircraft, everything can be done in India, and it can be operationalized within the Air Force, Army and Navy in a not a very significant timeline.
So what are the similar technologies, that that can be seen across, in other fighter jets and other countries?
So the Americans have started flying a similar bird in US, which is also spearheaded by US Air Force. Other than that, none of these technologies are presently flying.
Okay.
There is no AI-based aircraft which are presently flying which have this kind of capability. So that itself indicates that we are ahead of the curve presently. and we are doing pretty well in conceiving the idea, in starting the development, and if we hit even part success, we would be ready to launch it into field and start combat with it.
Thank you very much. Please hold on. That was Group Captain Harshvardhan Thakur explaining to us about the CATS, and very satisfied with the fact that the Atmanirbhar concept working, and also the fact that very soon this technology will be airborne, and definitely pilots like him will test this technology and take it further higher in the sky and secure the country's security. With cameraman Partha Sarthi, Aisha Khanam, DD India, Bangalore. So these are people enjoying themselves at this air display and demonstration which is being held at the Yelahanka Air Force Base as part of Aero India 2021. Now the theme for Aero India 2021 is Runway to a Billion Opportunities. And towards that, the Defence Minister in October had held a meeting with the ambassadors and chiefs of missions of various countries, inviting them for this exhibition in the first week of February. He had held that meeting with the ambassadors in October, where he had invited them to showcase their wares and to invest in India. Come, make in India. So the theme very much for this year is Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India. So many products are being showcased which are a symbol of India's growing technological and manufacturing prowess. From the light combat helicopter being designed and developed by the HAL to the LCA Tejas, which is India's very light combat aircraft. These are symbols of India's prowess, military technology and capability. So all these events are being held at the Aero India. The theme for this year is Atmanirbhar Bharat. There is a special formation of aircrafts which is known as the Atmanirbhar formation, for people to actually be proud of their country, that not only is India just the biggest market, not only is India just the biggest market for defense products, but also it is manufacturing products for itself.